So while Tom takes apart our existing hose, so this is just, your expandable hoses. You buy at, any big box store. We've been using these for years to supplement our in-ground irrigation. We are going to get to the point of converting to drip irrigation, but that's a pretty big job that we haven't decided to tackle just yet. So we're going to be taking this apart. We bought two brand new Evolve retractable hose reels from Hoselink. So these are their new version of new and improved version of the hose reel that they've had out for many years, and I wanted to try them. This is not a sponsored video. So the new Evolve hose reel versus the classic hose reel. First of all, let me just say, if you already have the classic one, the bracket will fit in the exact same holes. So just so you know that. So the new one is tested to 10,000 plus retractions. So like 25 years of watering versus the old one, which was only tested to 1,300 retractions and about 4 years of watering. So the new one has 4-way rollers to ensure a very perfect coil every time versus 2-way rollers that layer the hose and prevent overlaps. Very industry-leading UV protection. These are designed and built in Sydney, Australia. So it's made from reinforced materials, including, a storage compartment, frost-resistant spray nozzle, and it does still come with the quick connects, which is really nice, that attach directly to your hose. We got the 90-foot high flow. I did not get the 100-foot because I don't think I need 100 feet. And I wanted to make sure I had as much water pressure as possible. And they have expanded the warranty to 5 years from 2 years. So we're pretty excited about that. Like I said, it's designed and built in Australia, and just a new innovation from Hoselink is the new Evolve series. Has been meticulously designed to create, a high-performing retractable reel that's even easier to use and tougher than ever. Completely revamped from the ground up with function and durability. Like I said, is designed and built right in Sydney. So Tom obviously has to shut off our water, and we're going to be taking this up because we need to put this post in cement. For the hoses, the collapsible hoses we had, it wasn't necessary. But if you're going to put on a hose reel, you want to make sure that your post is not, going to be jiggling around and going anywhere. And here in the Northeast, we have to bury our things pretty deep, unlike other places who maybe only have to get things, in the ground a couple of inches. So the nice thing about Evolve, the outer shell has been redesigned. So Tom's using our power planter auger to dig a bigger hole so he can put in the cement. So the casing is a little smoother, built-in ergonomic handle grips, so it's easier to move around. You can get it in a couple different sizes and a couple different colors. As I mentioned, now it's going to have the 4 additional rollers that will precisely feed the hose onto the spool during retraction. So you won't have trouble with the hose, recoiling over itself. So it'll recoil very smoothly. Now, you never want to just yank it and let it go. You want to walk it back in. That's something you should always do. Even with regular hose links, you always want to walk them slowly back in, and this new one will actually work a little bit better, I think, than the old ones. I have a couple of areas that I feel like I'm always hauling hoses to water things as I'm adding things to the garden, and obviously irrigation, overhead irrigation is not ideal, especially in a hot, humid summer. As I mentioned in some other videos, next week is supposed to be very hot and humid, and it seems like we've gone from a really rainy spring to a really hot and humid summer, so that doesn't make me happy. So the internal spring on Evolve has been fortified and rigorously tested to perform over 10,000 retractions. So this is an exciting upgrade. It has a far stronger water flow. So I think that's going to help. So, you know, you don't get all the way pulled out and, you know, have a little drip of water basically. So the standard warranty has been changed from 2 years to 5 years, which should give you a lot of peace of mind. So the new Evolve is very easy to install, you know, plus the screw layout for the new bracket is the same as, the holes are the same as the old ones, so you could just replace them if you want. You still have that premium stop anywhere on the locking mechanism, so you can lock it at any point when you have it pulled out. And it'll secure the hose no matter where you want to water. So ours are going to be on posts. We have 2 new ones, and the bracket will allow for 180 degrees, because that's what I need. I don't need 360 degrees. If you wanted it to go 360, you would probably put it on a metal pole. 180 works for me for the circumstances that we have, and it'll extend in any distance. It has no leak, no burst connectors, which is pretty exciting, and frost and UV resistant. So there are some really nice upgrades to the original Hoselink, which we've had one for many years. So maybe if you haven't gotten one yet, you might want to consider trying Evolve. It's brand new to the market, and, you know, materials, you know, reduced packaging, which is really nice. It's nice to see all these companies going to, you know, reduce packaging where possible. So you can see Tom is leveling up this post, because we are going to be filling it with cement. And I'm going to show you the one that he already installed, because it doesn't require the cement. So you can see here is our other new Evolve Hoselink, and we basically just changed out the bracket to the new one. This actually holds your gear, because it'll go in the same one. This one was very sturdy, so this does not need cement. The other one we have that we're working on was very loose. So the nice thing, let me see if I can pull this out and show it to you. So this is pretty simple. So I'm going to pull this out. Ooh, that's a very big bee. I'm going to pull this out, and again, it'll stop and lock anywhere you want it. So if I want to water right here, I can. When I'm ready to recoil it, I'm going to give it a pull and slowly walk it back in, which is really nice. Very simple to use, and like I said, you've got the, oh, actually I can show you that. So you've got 180 degrees. It's got the nice handles here, nice handles to pick it up for winter storage. We do take it in for winter storage here in Connecticut. And it will rotate this way and this way, so I can go all the way out that way, all the way out that way, and all the way out this way. And, you know, you can pull it to the side for storage, so it's, you know, out of your way.
We're trying a new thing I've never used before. This post fix, which is a foam cement mixture. You mix up in the bag and you pour it in, and as you can see, it's
called
Sika post fix. And it's forming around the post. In 3 to 5 minutes it sets, and then you just sort of cut the foam around it and cut it back, and your post is now in the embedded in the ground.
Ooh,
let's see how it works.
Okay, so we've let the foam sit for the 3 to 5 minutes, but now after we cut it, we need to let it sit for 2 hours. So We'll be back in 2 hours after Tom finishes cutting this off. This is definitely unique. It'll be interesting to see how this works, and then we can attach the Hoselink connector bracket to the post, and it should be good to go, just like regular, instant concrete. We'll see. We'll let you know.
The first thing we're going to do now, since it's set, we're going to take off the supports we did just to hold it level, backfill around the post, and then we'll get ready to install the Hoselink.
Again, those were just, braces to hold it level, because obviously you need to have your post level. Otherwise your Hoselink is not going to work properly. You're going to be very unhappy camper, because it's going to be rotating back and forth, and it's not going to be solid. So again, we're just, backfilling. So we cover all that foam, and, we'll worry about, we have lots of areas that need more mulch. We'll get to that at some point this season, and as we're trying to get rid of all the hundreds of weeds that are all over the place. So this is the new Evolve from Hoselink. Like I said, we got 2 of them, and we'll show you exactly how it comes. So when you buy one, you'll know what to expect.
Well, now we have the accessories that come with it. There's a couple of things in this box. They're really good about, they give you a couple of connectors for the Hoselink, along with their nozzle, which is very, very nice. This particular one actually allows you to rotate the nozzle, and it connects to a piece here.
They're quick connects, so you can put any attachment. So if you're using, like a sprayer for fertilizer or something like that, you can just put that quick connect on there, and you don't have to dismantle your entire nozzle.
They lock right in place and easy to come apart, so you can change handles. We'll put that aside. It also comes with the screws for attachment and a long screw bit that I already have in my screw gun at this particular point. And it also comes with the stop that you attach to the Hoselink once you get the thing installed.
That way it doesn't flop all the way back into the hose canopy.
Now we'll take out the Hoselink itself. All wrapped in plastic. Here is the, just take the whole thing out here, set it on the ground. And here's basically the Hoselink.
So again, the Evolve is a nice new sleek design. You can see it has the bracket.
And this bracket's a lot better than the other one, as a matter of fact, because all it does is rotate out the back and it pops right off. So it's easy to hook on and hook off versus lifting the other one.
Versus the old original classic Hoselink, which still works great, but there's some nice improvements for the Evolve, which is why we wanted to try it.
Hoselink recommends to be about approximately 3 foot up. This post is 3 foot up, but we're going to mount it just about in here because we're using the original post. So we're slightly lower, but it'll work just fine.
But actually the hose, the opening on the hose itself is actually probably 3 feet.
The Hoselink comes, it has a, if you look at this piece, it has where it says the bottom of the mounting bracket. So we will take that along with our drill to pre-drill a hole. We'll center it on the post, and what we'll end up doing is pre-drilling one hole here, and then what we'll take our screw impact driver, get it almost tight. So what we can do is then we will level it up.
And then we're going to pre-drill the other holes, make it nice and easy to get in there. Again, this one did not have a hose link on it previously. We just had little metal butterfly hooks to hold the retractable hoses, or the expandable hoses, not retractable hoses, sorry. Don't tighten it down all the way, then it's easier to level it, and then when you get all four in, then you can level it up.
Okay, we're just pre-drilling the other two holes. Then we'll attach the screws to those holes, and the bracket will be installed. Snug those up and we're all set.
So now it's level?
Now it's level, and what we'll end up doing is, it's very simple. You just drop the hose link on and it just snaps into the bottom, and the hose link is basically installed. Now one of the other things we want to do is take the stop and attach the stop. It says to pull the hose link out a foot or so, which is what we have. You take the stop, put it over the link, squeeze it shut. You pull the hose out about approximately a foot, a little more than a foot, and you press on the stop that they give you. You really have to press hard, and it snaps right into place. So when you retract it, it retracts right up against the hose link, and that stops it, so you're not overstressing the spring. And the last thing we have to do is just attach it to our spigot, which I usually do, and I wrap the hose around it one time just so it can go all over the place, and just
that way it'll swing 180 degrees?
Yes.
Okay.
Tighten that up and we're all done. Now the one other thing that we have is we take and attach the I believe this is probably the male side of this onto the end of the hose itself. Tighten that up and you're all set. You just take your spray nozzle that that they give you, you set it in place, give it a quarter twist, and you're all set to go.
And now we have two new hose links, the new Evolve. So we'll give you our feedback as we start using them over the next immediately. And we'll let you know if we like this better than the original classic one.